Hi there! So, in today's video, we're going to use this beautiful flower mould and this big oblong tray mould. Now, the tray mould is actually from a scoops haul that we did, where we purchased from Jules at Resin Jules and Helena at Resin Detra Supplies. All their contact info will be in the description box. The pigment colour there, that one, the white one, is actually just from Amazon. And then these next three are from Mia, from Make It Amazing. Slightly metallic pigments. Look at that green. Beautiful pinky red colour. And a very deep sort of mauvey purpley colour. Absolutely stunning. Great to work with these. Now, Wayne's using some leftover resin. He's divided it amongst those 4 little mixing jugs. He's added in the pigment colours and stirred them well to combine the colour. Now, truth here, Wayne's using up some used leftover resin from another project that he did. So we're hoping and praying at this point there's enough resin to fill this mould, this tray mould, and also the flower mould. So it was a 1-to-1 mixing ratio for the epoxy resin. Tea Expert was the brand that we use, just our brand of choice currently, not sponsored by anybody. But as I said, wherever possible, we will link the products that we're using in the description box. Now, look at that. Had a bit of fun with the resin, just literally pouring it in any old how, any which way you like, in whatever list and form you want, in whatever order, in whatever design, because what he was hoping for at this point was it's going to give a bit of a marbling effect, but he wasn't sure how they were going to behave. And resin's got a mind of its own. It's going to go where it wants, when it wants, and all the time it's still curing, it's still moving. So he's just going around, he's just filling everything up, and then he's got a tiny bit of clear left that he just topped it up with there. Don't forget to take all the necessary PPE precautions whenever you're using resin. So black nitrile gloves, which is what you can see Wayne wearing. These are the boa grip ones. They've got slightly raised surface. They're great. And a respirator mask, eye protection. Obviously the gloves, sleeve protectors if you want to wear them, and old clothes, apron, tie your hair up, all that sort of thing, and work in a well ventilated area. Look at this beautiful mould. Now this is a matte mould, I'll be honest with you, so it's going to give a slightly matte finish to it. Now what he's done there, he's poured in some of that beautiful mauve coloured resin, and he's used a micro brush just to go around all the detail, make sure there's no little air bubbles hiding anywhere. And then he's just gone around the top sort of layers of surface of the detailing of the petals. And he's just then repeated that with the pink and with the white. And he's also going to go in with the green. And it's just a repeating process, a bit like layering colours. So just getting the last few little bits of that clear resin. Now he has still got quite a bit of leftover resin here, so as little extras you will see him filling up some of the molds that we always keep to hand, just in case we have instances like this where we have leftover resin, no matter what the volume, things that we know we can make that will look good when finished, and hopefully sell well, either at craft fairs or if you decide to give them away as presents and so on. So we quite like skulls decorated in different ways. Now I'm not quite sure what Wayne was trying to achieve at this point. I think he was going to try and pour all 3 of them together maybe, but decided to go almost for like a layering technique. So he's got the lovely deep mauvey purple colour going in, then some of the white. Now our experience with white pigment in anything, whether it's resin or paint and so on, is that it's heavier. So sometimes it sinks through even if you put it on the top layer. Just gone in, so we've got purple, we've got the mauve, we've got the white, we've got that beautiful cherry bomb pinky reddy colour. Just a little bit tidy up there, and then in with some of that beautiful green. Absolutely stunning colours. And then just repeating the process until that mould is full. So just a wee bit more. There we go. Just making sure he gets every last little bit of resin out of the containers, because, you know, we don't like to waste it. Resin costs enough as it is. There we go, almost up to the top. Then just has a little mix round of the colours with that micro brush. Brilliant tools, micro brushes. Just making sure he can't see any little bubbles coming up to the surface. Now he's going in, this is a coffee stirring stick, and he's just combining it a bit more. There you go. Obviously it's up to you if you want to do this. You can just leave it laying in the layers if you want. There's that. Now we still had more resin, as you can see. By the way, this bit has been sped up. Some bits of our video clips usually are, depending on how long it's actually taken us to do these, you know, these little bits of the video. So now what he's doing is he's just going to, he's decided to combine all of the colours of resin that's left in, I think, into one of those silicone mixing jugs. So almost like a dirty pour, we would call this, I suppose. If you do acrylic paint pouring, you'll know all about dirty pours. And then again, just giving a little quick stir with a stir stick there, the coffee stir stick. Now we've got some beautiful moulds come through recently. These are some of them. Gorgeous moth and butterflies, insects, some really lovely insect moulds. Now these again, these are a matte finish, not a glossy finish. If when these have cured you wanted them to be a glossed finish, all you would then need to do is just go over them. You could use varnish, you could use some spray varnish if you wanted, or you could coat them in a layer of clear UV resin. Totally up to you. Or you can leave them matte, because sometimes they do look rather nice. I love this mould. This is some sort of beetle. The only thing being is its legs and antennae and the little feelers, I think they call them, are very, very fine. So do make sure that you leave it in the mould to cure completely. So 24 hours at least. Yes, that was a test of patience for us. So it can cure thoroughly, and it's as strong as it ever can, as it possibly can be when you demold it. So as you can see, he's trying to coax the resin down into those little detailed parts of the mold, and he's using, that's a micro brush without the little foam pad on the end. So there we go. So just making sure that's all going through. Now he has still got yet more resin. Look at that when it comes out of that jug. Beautiful. This is a lovely, lovely mould. These, believe it or not, you're actually supposed to use if you make chocolate. So if you're going to make sort of like a nice little decorative plaque style thing to go on top of a cupcake, then this is what you'd use. Obviously, if you're going to use moulds for chocolate or fondant or sweet making and things like that, make sure you have a separate set for anything that you use involving resin. Now we're almost there. We've almost used it all up. You can see this is really going a long way. He's making up some of the little miniature skulls and a lovely bear there. These are all moulds from previous kits or purchases that we've made. We do, as I say, usually try and link everything in the description. I won't be linking the teddy bear mould and the skull mould, but you can always look them up on the internet. This is just a little extra here, and you can see as he's doing his little flyover viewpoint here. Look at that tray. It's beautiful. He spritzed it with some isopropyl alcohol and left it to cure. Now this is when it's cured. So he's just going to move it from the tray. You can see the resin tries to pull into the centre as it's been curing with the colours. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. So just quite easy to remove this tray. It's a very good sized tray. If you haven't seen this before, or you may have seen it before in the golden octopus tray video that I did. If you haven't seen that, then why not check out our playlist and go and have a look. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, why not subscribe to our channel? It's free to do so. You just click the subscribe button and then click the notification all button, and then every time we upload a video, you'll get a notification from YouTube saying that we're uploading a video. Usually gives you about 20 minutes, half an hour notice. And then our videos currently are twice a week, although we do usually do 3 times a week on a Wednesday, Friday and a Sunday. Currently just on the Friday and Sunday until further notice, but we hope at least by the end of July to be back up to 3 videos a week. Usually how to make videos where we give you inspiration. Look at that, that is beautiful. And we do also take part in the odd collaboration every now and then as well. There we go, look at that. If you've joined us in the live chat today, hi to everybody in the live chat. Hi to everybody that's viewing generally as well. Hope you're enjoying the video. So here we go, bonus demolds coming up of all these extra bits that Wayne managed to get out of the resin. Now, at this point, he wasn't sure if he was going to use any of these additional pieces in the tray. He's more or less decided where he's going to put the flower. He's going to put it more to one end of the tray. I'll just zoom you in a bit here because this is a tiny little teddy. He is gorgeous, would make a beautiful handbag charm, maybe even a dangly pair of earrings or a pendant on a necklace or a key ring. Now this is the slightly bigger one, I think, because I know that these size molds we got literally like a small, medium and a large. There we go, just demolding that one. They do actually sit up. They sit perfectly nicely. Look at that. So you can see the blending of the white and the mauve in that one. There we go. It was just, let's switch the light on so you can see better. Oh dear, oh dear. There we go. Look at that. Looks beautiful. It reminds me of chevron amethyst, if you've ever seen that kind of stone. Here is one of the miniature skulls. I think he managed to do 2 in the end. Again, these make great key rings, handbag charms, and so on. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's got the green and the white and the purple. Look at the banding on that. Looks absolutely stunning. And there we go. Please excuse the work surface area. You can see it needs a damn good clean. And look, another skull there. Beautiful patterning. Lovely colour purple. Here we go. And then this is the bigger skull. This is the much bigger one. Most of these skulls, no matter what we make them into, the bigger ones we don't, these like this, we don't make into anything. They're just really decorative pieces, are available or will be available on the website. I have said before that we've got a QR code for clicking on or scanning to link you through to the website. We don't have that from YouTube videos, but if you click on the link in our description box, it will take you to the website. Look at this bigger one. Look at what he's managed to do. I mean, this one, I mean, I love everything that's made here. I really do like it. But look at this skull. Look at that. I mean, it almost looks like he's got a purple and white wig on. But absolutely gorgeous the way that's patterned and so on. And with the green on the cheekbones and the eyes and so on. Gorgeous. So just a little bit of sanding around the bottom to do on that one, and that one's done. But yeah, as I was saying, everything that you see, apart from these next few bits coming up now, there'll be links to on our website, or link to the website in the description box, and you'll be able to scroll through and find lots of things available to purchase. Look at that. That's beautiful. So there's a matte finish to this mould. And here we go. This is this beautiful sort of bee or moth that is absolutely stunning. Would look lovely in a tray, or maybe set into some coasters, or maybe as part of some wall art or a picture. Absolutely stunning. And this was the beetle. Look at this. So going very carefully around where the legs are and the antennae and so on. Again, a matte mould. But absolutely beautiful, really beautiful. So a lot made out of leftover resin. So here we go. Here is the flower. Now, what he does need to do is put some glue on the base of that, or you could use just some clear regular epoxy resin and then stick it down to the tray. So this is the one we use. It's a activator glue. So he's being liberal-ish with it. Careful you don't get it on your skin. Obviously still wear gloves if you wish to. Sorry about the reflection glare of the lights in the tray. So he's just deciding which way round. He's going to put it into the tray, and then as soon as he presses down, within about 3 to 5 seconds, it'll have complete contact. So applying a bit of pressure there. It's looking really lovely. Just applying a bit more pressure, just to make sure it's got full contact with the bottom of the flower house with the surface of the tray, and that is now fixed. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm quite pleased that the green didn't overpower things. I would have liked a bit more green, I think, in the flower itself, but there we go. So this is the final shot now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. You can see it put the 2 skulls on the tray as well, because, you know, it's a bit gothic-y looking, a bit Halloween-y, dare I say. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, and for watching today. We'll see you again in a few days. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.